Hey everybody, welcome back to another Stone Face Reactions. I'm Griffin, that's Theta, and we're here watching more Legend of Galactic Heroes, Dinu These. And last time, we saw a whole bunch of backstory. We saw Reinhard and Siegfried, I'm gonna use the first name, not the last name, uh, going through their childhoods, figuring out
If
how they
you
relate.
were to use his first name, though, what would that be?
It'll be, never mind, going to the next topic. But no. So we went over their childhoods and their joint idea that they are going to work to make Reinhard the emperor.
I mean, it's not a joint idea.
I guess it's Reinhard's idea, and then Siegfried goes along with it. Yeah,
Well, I mean, yeah, it's Reinhardt's
they're now
idea.
working together. We know the full context of
I
that
mean, it's a
now.
joint vision, but it's Reinhardt's vision.
Hmm. We also got like little tidbits into like what is the Empire like? How did it come to be? What about the Galactic Federation? And I guess
What
our theory
about the
is,
Galactic Federation?
oh,
Which
that
it
is
doesn't
dead.
exist, yeah.
But yeah, I'm hoping today we're gonna go ahead see a little bit more of Yang, what he's all about, and probably he's gonna get like 7 promotions. So Theta, you got any kind of comments you want to cover from last time here?
Well, I mean, he only got the one promotion, so I
Hmm.
guess we'll see if it sticks.
Okay,
It's a
so I
Battlefield promotion.
so I guess I got like one random thought here, Theta. On a scale of 1 to 10, where would you rate the Empire here on like are they the baddies?
I mean, there are no baddies.
Are you sure? What's
Let
the
me
vibe
mention to you
though?
this, Griff. There's good people on both sides.
This this is this true. We don't know what we're gonna get today, which is why I just want to get like a compare and contrast now. How bad do you think the Empire is on a scale of 1 to 10? And then I'll ask, where do you think our Free Planet Alliance is gonna end up
Just
at?
because it has the name Free Planet Alliance doesn't mean
Mhm.
that they're the good guys.
So you'd put them pretty low, but where are you gonna put the Empire that you just saw?
Just
Where would
because
you want
it's
to put
called
that?
the Empire doesn't mean that they're bad guys. Look, we've come a long way since killing the kids that are born with birth defects, okay? Now, now we've got a pretty good program about giving people prosthetics when they need them. All
Yeah,
right.
after 400 years of eugenics, there's not much left to do, is there?
Again, he said since Rudolph the First. It's not been 400 years of eugenics. And once again, we don't know the time scale. It's like saying we've come a long way since we threw kids off the cliffs, referring back to Sparta, right?
Yeah.
You can't just place it anywhere, right?
So what I would anticipate or what I would expect here is a mirroring, right? We will see Yang commenting about like the failures of the Free Planet Alliance and then going, I'll become president and I'll be really popular and I'll lead the fleet and stuff like that. That's kind of what I would expect inherently, but I mean, I don't know where this is gonna go yet. So we gotta see what vibe the show has, right? What do you think? Does that sound probable to you?
I don't know. I mean, I would expect to be unexpected, right? That's not how the phrase goes, but I just wouldn't anticipate them being exact mirrors of one another, because that
Yeah.
would be kind of boring, right? You don't want to like, I've met my match. It's you, my twin. It's not that. That wouldn't be as interesting.
I don't know. You could pull it off with only half the actors.
Yeah, that's why we saved a lot of money on the Prestige.
Oh, gosh. Prestige was a fun movie.
Yeah, but we had like what, five, five main characters, but thank God we only had to pay two people.
Though I do prefer the other illusionist movie that was coming out at the time. I'm trying to remember like what it was called. That
Wasn't it
one's the
The
first.
Illusionist?
The Illusionist, yeah, just the Illusionist.
Really,
It's probably because it's so simple I keep
I
forgetting.
thought The Prestige was a better movie because, well, for one, The Illusionist was primarily a romance,
Yeah.
Whereas the Prestige was filled with a lot of other vectors.
It had good vibes for me.
Well, I mean, the Prestige was like, oh, what about this old Chinese magician? He was all hunched over all the time because he had to fulfill the Prestige. Right? It was all about that shit. Yeah, like they cover actually being what a magician is. Whereas the illusionist, the dude fucking knew real magic.
Or did
No,
he?
he did. He
Because at the
fucking.
very end, they're going over how he did every trick.
It was fucking real magic. The dude knew real magic.
No, they go over like the projector, like how like they're inserting twigs up through the soil and stuff to make it seem like something's growing. They're doing a lot of stuff there at the very end to cover
Nope.
it.
Nope, he knew real fucking magic. Not like the Prestige, where they're not doing real magic, except for Tesla, who apparently was doing actual real magic.
Ah, curse that magical Tesla. Engineering is all magic. So,
Well, no, I think when you're fucking duplicating people out of thin air, that is actual magic.
it's science.
It's not.
All right. So I think we got our grounds covered. Let's go ahead and see what we get for today. But before we begin, be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and comment down below to feed that algorithm. On top of all of that, if you want more shows like this, unfiltered, uncensored, and uncut, as well as some early access stuff, you can go ahead and follow us over on the Patreon. It's just $5 a month, but no pressure. It's also worth the challenge. It's a little bit extra.
Click that link down below in the description. Join the community. Let us know what you think about this show.
Ooh, nice effect.
I can't tell if that ship is damaged or not.
What book is he reading there?
Something of Empire? Oh, those history books. Painting Rudolph as a bad guy.
Oh, to be young and naive.
ルドルフがとことん悪どいやつだったからみんなをうまく騙したんですよ。
でもどうして騙されたんだろう。
不満そうな顔だな。
Man, your dad looks a lot like his dad. Just with a lot
They're
less stubble.
related. They are twins.
後に腐敗の魔術師と呼ばれ、傭兵家
And Petrushka dolls, apparently.
交易商である父に連れられ、16歳までの人生の大半を宇宙船の中で過ごしていた。
Traitor!
There we go. Our much more humble origins for this character who just goes around traveling.
I don't know. If you read the small print, Griff, your character had a box full of toys, whereas my character had a sister that made pies.
The pie is a good argument here, honestly.
All I'm
I
saying
think
is
might
that
have
we
the
were.
home field advantage.
All I'm saying is that we were showed that my character here had a dad that went crazy or something, and a house full of nothing except for a sister that made pies. You've got a whole corner of the ship filled with your toys. Which one of us has more privilege is all I'm asking.
Yes, is it the poor kid who has to follow his father around on his job, or the young noble who has everything except a dad?
Here's the thing, Griff. Your description of your character there was so nondescript that it literally follows Reinhardt's description as well. The
Again,
poor kid who has to follow his dad around.
It's like poetry. It rhymes.
I think you'll find that since Reinhardt lives on a planet, that his little noble house of nothing is smaller in amount of percentage space taken up than a tiny ship with a whole corner for your shit.
I'm not going to add the cargo space into that calculation. That's a pretty nice university library.
Oh shit, you can zoom in on and pause.
Gonna go back and read all that.
Well, it was about Rudolph. You spent 10 years of your life trying to answer one simple question.
Why do people listen to bad dudes? And then you never get an answer because somehow they keep falling for it.
Explosive and combustibles.
They did say noise prohibited, and that's a violin, you know. Rule breakers.
そんなことないけど、制服でここに来る人は見たことないわ。
おお、困ったな。
そんなに困らないでよ。あなたおかしな人ね。
困った。
Got a little bit tangent, but I also realized that my microphone settings were set way low from the new headset, so the last two recordings have been kind of really quiet from my end.
やっぱり当たりね。手荷物なしで寮に入った手ぶらのヤン。
なんで君が俺のことを知ってるんだ?
Empty-handed? I don't know, maybe empty-headed by the looks here.
もうすぐここにやってくるわ。
I'm your teacher? That's what I'm anticipating.
ここには学校にない本がたくさんあるんだ。
例えば
紅茶の歴史の本や君の弾いてる楽器の
Oh, it's a shame that you hate the UK, Griff.
探してみればルドルフの料理版の日記なんかもある。
Why is that here? We're in the Free Planet Alliance.
Well, then you're certainly not gonna enjoy the history of tea if you hate the UK.
それでも平然としている。
I can like tea and hate the UK. People in the UK do that all the
で
time.
もこんなはずじゃなかったんだ。大学の歴史学科を受験するつもりが父親が死んで
Ran off and joined the Empire, more like. Didn't change his coat, that's how we could tell he's the same guy.
Wears exactly one outfit ever.
本当も何も。それはそうと。ヤン。ジョン。なんだ。珍しい組み合わせじゃないか。
Oh.
Ship begins.
Oh, that's Jessica.
さっき知り合ったの。
Yeah, sure is.
彼女はジェシカ・エドワーズ。
I don't know how my guys come from the Empire, but you guys look like fucking preps.
I feel like they're in a very preppy area. Like, this is like University Town Public.
He's literally wearing a sweater tied around his neck. All he needs now is an ascot.
Oh, hey, we got nice music vibe here. We're not like in the stuffy aristocracy music anymore.
Just because people aren't beating each other with rocks, Griff, doesn't make this place good. They literally had a warning in their library about explosives. Take that into consideration.
どうして皇帝にまでなれたのかって不思議でさ。父に聞いたことがある。
お父様はなんて？
民衆が楽をしたがるせいだと。
楽をしたがる？
自分たちの努力で問題を解決せず、どこからか超人なり聖者なりが現れて、
the big man history.
で背負い込んでくれるのを待っていたからだ。
But look, he said, Marvel.
ルドルフにつけ込まれた。いいか、覚えておくんだ。独裁者は出現させる側により多くの責任がある。積極的に指示しなくても黙って見ていれば同罪だ。
Hey, Yang is my boy. Yeah. Yeah, you tell him.
This might be the more popular 24th award for us, I feel like.
Oh, we're gonna get there. Let's do it.
次の対戦シミュレーションは学年主席のお出ましだ。
ワイドボーンの番か。
ああ。かわいそうな対戦相手は誰だ?
Top Kid versus Yang. Let's go.
Here's the trick. I cheated and reprogrammed the simulation.
I put in a tiny little boat into the center of it. You cannot win now.
Thus explaining how you won. Or not how you won, how we tied last time.
Oh, hilarious.
突入してきます。プラン C を実行。プラン C 実行。左翼の第2、第3艦隊を側面に展開して応戦。第6艦隊を別動隊としてアルファ中域へ。
別動隊が出ました。
このまま前進。分断した右翼の艦隊に攻撃を集中する。あんな小さい別動隊で何ができる。背後を狙うにし
Well, to be fair, most of your ships can only fire forwards, it seems like.
敵艦隊左翼に攻撃を集中。
This is actually a real Ender's game now that I think about it.
Oh yeah.
All that matters is reaching the end and winning, right? So it doesn't matter how much you lose to get there.
As long as you do.
Yeah, don't they do that in Ender's Game? They do the whole spindle thing to sacrifice all their ships to reach the planet at the end to blow it up.
Oh, you're so right.
And that's when he only finds afterwards that those were real people just sacrificing.
現状報告。
敵別動隊が補給部隊を攻撃。それによってシミュレーション上行動停止となりました。
You can no longer give orders.
まさかワイドボーンが
He wasn't going for the obvious victory, he was going for the victory conditions of the game. Also, I thought this guy's name was Shithole for a second.
Funnily enough, this is also the reason why civilian war gamers are not allowed to actually go head to head with military war gamers, because the military ones lose a lot.
君はこの学校に入った時点で軍
It would be embarrassing to them.
命令には従えと
言われました。
ならば言えることは一つしかない。嫌なら辞める権利が君にはある。ただしこれまでの学士を返還してもらう必要がある。
That's the real evil. Not Rudolph, but student loans.
Truly a reason to hate the Free Planet Alliance.
戦略戦術シミュレー
Loans.
ションで
Student
実績のワイドボ
loans.
ーンに勝った。それを評価されてのことじゃないか。戦略研究家は秀才揃いの学科だ。望んでも
Grade second? Tooth? Tooth? What the fuck is that?
なんかじゃありません。
皮肉を言うな。やめんり。たまにはチェスの相手でもしに来い。
はい。光栄です。
Not a lot of tricks you can pull in chess, though. I mean, in regards to, like, the difference between 3D space operations.
Right, right.
手料理は結構うまいぞ。
ありがたいがお構いなく。
そうか。実はジェシカにも声をかけたんだけど、振られちまってね。
学校の課題で忙しいんだろう。
ああ。二人の分も休暇を満喫してくるさ。
Oh, that feeling when you find out none of your friends want to go with you on a trip.
またバイオリンの練習に来たんだね。
あなたも歴史の本を読みに
Started to develop into
ああ
Jessica's not gonna regret
本当に歴史ばかりなんだ
is what's his name's death.
Oh, that's gonna be so much.
あなたは何を見ているの過去ばかり見つめて他に何かしたくない
I know that stares. It's like, why would I want to do anything other than read books?
未来を見つめていたい
That's why I'm an historian.
And thus, the show took a dramatically different turn.
Mafia 370?
ここを立つ前にと思い切ってジェシカに告白した。
そうか。そいつはよかった。
She gets shot down again?
いや、振られた。
Ah!
どうして
軍人の恋人にはなりたくないってさ。
そうか。
ジェシカは来年卒業だ。
Alright,
Fish
now I'm
and
hungry
chips.
again.
だから音楽の教師に
Why?
なり
You hate the UK.
But I like fried food.
God, Griff. Figure out where you stand on things.
未来を見つめていたい
That's right, I'd give up all my morals for some fried chicken right now.
ああ。いい街だった。
Ah, crap, I guess the 86 is dying again.
How many people we left in the photo thing?
3. It's a shame that photo actually got destroyed in a battle. God, they got a lot of ships.
Oh my gosh, I love the mega structure.
やれやれ。こんな早く前線勤務を命じられるとは。
Oh gosh, literally his first time out, he gets promoted immediately to commander.
I don't think so, because he was at the Battle of Dagon, I think. Sure, they said.
中流軍司令部関係者の談話によると、我が軍が帝国軍と接触後、祈祷すると見せた敵軍が我が軍の背後から攻撃。リンチ司令官は急遽このエルファシル本線へ退避している模様です。
どういうことだ。退避って我々を守るために戦いに行ったんじゃなかったのか。
なお、銀河帝国軍はすでに24時間以内にエルファシル聖域を反乱軍から解放すると声明を発表しました。
I guess.
Be on the other side of being freed, right?
Well, I mean, to be fair, they are the direct heirs to the Galactic Federation, and these are the breakaways. And they did say they're going to liberate it from the rebels, right? That just means everybody on the planet. They're not saving the people on the planet, they're liberating the planet from these people.
Right, right.
なんだお前は。早く責任者を出せ。
私がその脱出計画の責任者に任命されまして。
あんたか。
Oh no, how many people are gonna die?
おおむね完了いたしました。
了解。
I mean, I certainly would like to see a guy in charge of my health who cares a bit more. Who can, or
Yeah.
just appears to care a little bit more.
On his cell phone, enjoying a sandwich, almost dying to sandwich.
助かったよ。でもコーヒーは嫌いだから紅茶にしてくれた方が良かった。はい。
At least he's honest. That was the politest way to say all that.
そうですか。わかりました。それでは司令部の方々もこちらへ。
こちらへ。注意。この事態が分かってるのか。おい。
さあ、出航だよ。
Sorry, who are you?
中流艦隊に見捨てられた我々が。
Just some girl, I guess.
心配いりません。今頃帝国軍は中流艦隊を捕捉しているでしょう。交戦状態にあればその隙に我々は悠々と脱出できますよ。
Yeah, fuck those guys, I guess. You don't care that your own people are out there dying?
He's in charge of evacuating the
つ
civilians.
まり君はリンチ司令官を踊りに使ったのか。
さあ、行きましょう。
Yeah, you're like happy cheering about the death of the people dying to defend your escape.
But he saves the civilians.
You didn't hear that from the Empire side, I'll say that much. The Empire, in fact, suggested retreating so their own men didn't die.
もう聞いたのか。
I got a promotion for
今
it.
朝隊に昇進したばかりだが、午後1時にまた辞令が出て調査になるそうだ。戦士でもない限り2階級特進は許されないかな。
Wait for it.
さて、英雄でも報告書と伝票を書くことから逃れられないようだが、少しサボって合わないか。何？今どこにいるんだ？
He was calling from across the room.
Well,
Oh, that's such a fun move, it really.
I mean, my knowledge of movie tropes, Griff, is that typically the calls do come from inside the house.
Yeah, that's
戦闘
true.
前に船を降ろされてしまった。そのおかげで民間人を脱出させることができた。それにしてもリンチ少将の逃亡を
Most people, I would think. It's the obvious move. When else are you gonna have an open window to get people off planet?
した固定観念ほど危険なものはないということかな。
思い出したよ、あの時を。ワイドボーンを打ち負かした時さ。
俺はただ歴史から教わっただけなんだ。3、4千年前から戦いの本質というのは変
Yeah,
化していない。
it's another trope I'm aware of. War. It never changes.
All war is based on deception. There are but two moves, attack and counterattack.
過去の戦いを見つめることは未来の戦いを
And that's why Griffin's forces never survive a battle. They don't retreat.
士官学校の頃を思い出すな。
Put your armies back to a river so that they do not retreat and they fight to the last.
ジェシカはどうしてる？
最近会ってないんだ。テルヌーゼンで音楽教師をしてるとは聞いてる。
会いに行けよ。
And you thought Lao was gonna be your guy.
They're literally in the suburbs now. Everything is just like so down to earth around Yang.
キャゼルヌ少将。今回はいろいろとご手配ありがとうございました。
I can't help but notice it's the same jacket again.
Never changes.
No, this is a new guy, a different guy. Talking about the dad, both dads and this guy, same jacket. But he's not new guy, he's the guy from the hallway.
しかし贅沢だな。うちには娘が2人もいるっていうのに大して変わらんじゃないか。
広すぎますよ。
これは結婚するか、もしくは養子を引き取ってもらわないとな。
養子？
相変わらず何にも知らんやつだ。考えてもみろ。自由惑星同盟はもう1世紀半も銀河帝国との戦争状態にある。それは慢性的に戦死者と戦争孤児を発生させている。
Built into the society, Griff.
そこでできたのが軍人子女福祉戦時特例法。発案者の名を取って通称トラバース法という。孤児たちを軍人の家庭で養育する。一定額の養育費が政府から貸与される。やがて15歳になり、少年兵に志願するか、士官学校や軍関係の学校に入学すれば、養育費の返還は免除になる。
Hey, it's all that forgiveness he didn't get for his student loans.
軍の人的資源確保の
Let's turn orphan kids into soldiers in the most bureaucratic way possible. This sounds amazing, Griff. You sure you're the good guys?
It's not too different from America, which inclines you to join the military to give you more loans.
That's not different. It's horrible, Griff. It's oh, what's that? Your dad was a
I know, I'm
soldier.
comparing
Your
the
dad was a
horribleness.
soldier. Well, let's get you adopted by a different soldier, and then when you become a soldier, all his debt will be forgiven, unless you know he dies and they become an orphan twice, because he's a soldier.
We're gonna get like the future series here, where it's like all of Yang's family has learned from him and goes out to fight.
I'm just
more
saying the
orphans.
evil in my side you keep representing is from hundreds of years ago, and yours is literally in the system right now.
それでどうした？
ジェシカと2人でよく話したんだ。戻ってきたら正式に婚約する。
She wanted a big house.
あなたは何を見ているの？
寒い寒い。
Has never unpacked, by the way.
Yeah, how long has it been? Well, I guess he's unpacked now.
That'll restack them.
You have been sent a war orphan. Enjoy.
Let's hope he doesn't tie your thumbs together when you're asleep.
They're just gonna drop us on that?
Like I said, that just seems actively bad. Oh, again, reverse the credits. So now we're heading back towards the Imperial side. It's a swing.
Yup.
This seems
So,
actively bad to have a system in place to incentivize people to not only adopt war orphans for the purposes of, one, giving loans and forgiveness on loans, but also to incentivize you to make sure that that orphan, an orphan of war, by the way, becomes a soldier. That means that, you know, their entire life, you have a person who's not only a soldier themselves, is also trying to force them to pick soldier as their future career.
Meanwhile, like, in the text as well, it's like, because they went over that for, like, the entire scene, and then the kid shows up, like, it's happening, right?
So essentially, the Free Planets is creating a, not forcing, but forcing economically their people to become soldiers. Whereas the Empire, you literally saw, hey, here's this entire group of people that are joining the military and choosing not to go to war anyway.
Because they're rich nobility, and they just want the titles and stuff.
Is it worse to be rich but nobility, or to be economically forced into the military?
次回銀河英雄伝説リ・ノイエテーゼ第5話第13艦隊誕生
The 13th Starfleet.
It's the difference of perspectives, right? Because Yang is, like, much lower to the ground. He's more like an ordinary soldier who just gets promoted. Whereas, like, the society that Reinhard is in, he's with everyone who doesn't ever need to worry about being promoted. They walk into the building and they're already commanders.
Not really. Kirchest isn't part of that, and he had to work his way through.
No, he was the one who was announced as commander as he walked in.
Yeah, he had to work his way through. He's not noble, remember?
Mm-hmm. But let's see. So,
I mean, that defeats your entire point, is that Kirchest worked his way up through the system.
I feel like we're an episode away from me pointing out to winding back and just looking at it. But, other comment, if you didn't tell me this entire episode happened in space, or, like, not in, like, suburban Japan or something, I wouldn't have known. It just looks like a perfectly ordinary anywhere that you would find anywhere on Earth right now, basically. The only reason I would say Japan is because they have cherry blossom trees everywhere. That's it.
And I think I'm seeing the mirror now, is that the mirror is that the Galactic Empire was formed through evil acts. It is today a good place where, like, health benefits are bound and whatnot. And that the Free Planets was formed as, like, hey, we're going to make this place good, and what the Galactic Federation was before. And is now almost, I feel, the words that come into my mind are wrong, but I want to use them, economic dictatorship.
Right.
Right, you do this because it's the easiest way to remain out of debt. Unfortunately, it creates a military-based society that you're being... It's bad. It's bad.
Yeah.
It's really bad.
And this is why I was saying earlier, it's as evil as what the United States does right now, which is also to do these same kind of incentive programs, say, we'll get you in, and we'll pay for everything, and then once they come back, they'll give you anything.
I'm not doing that, Griff, because what you're doing is inviting false debate, that somebody's going to come along and say, no, what we're doing is not evil because this and this, and it's going to take away from the debate on the show. I don't need America brought into the argument. All I need is the salient facts of what the show has said. See, I don't want to invite the real-life debate into this. I think we can avoid that this time. Only because I think it's a false equivalency. Because in the real world, we have real reasons to have done these things, and you can debate to the end of the day until you're red in the face about what's good and what's bad. All I want to take is the one aspect of the show that we've got so far, which doesn't exist in real life.
Right, and as far as, like, the Free Planet Alliance goes, we have, like, 2 data points. We got loans and war orphans, And then we have suburbs. And that's it. And suburbs, pretty evil, I gotta say.
Well, we have the city where everyone's like, you don't see a lot of uniformed officers coming in here, sort of thing.
But yet there's like mega structures full of soldiers just around one single planet. It's crazy.
Well, I mean, they have to be. There's that many fucking ships.
Yup.
It's like the galaxy's cut into 3 parts with who knows how many habitable planets.
Still, I think, maybe I didn't get a good read on, like, what makes him the magician here, other than he, like, reads a lot. But what I guess I did get is, like, who he is more as a person, which is just quiet book nerd, who ends up getting, like, thrust into action.
Well, I don't know if he's earned the moniker yet. That's the point. I don't assume that he won the moniker because he decided to evacuate while the military was occupied.
Right.
That didn't seem like much of a trick.
Act. Yeah.
Well, not really. It's like, it's literally the whole Battle of Hoth, right? We're going to fire our guns in the direction of the enemy fleet, and then you evacuate while they're, tangled up. We're going to tangle up their military so the civilians can escape. That's not like strategic brilliance. That's the obvious answer to a problem.
I do want to say it is hilarious, though, still. Comparing Reinhard, person who is basically directly in the presence of the Emperor and clearly like a rich noble, versus
Kaiser.
Yang, man who cannot pay off his loans and has to adopt an orphan. The contrast there is like could not be bigger, right?
Well, I mean, not really. Again, you're focused highly on the whole nobility aspect.
Yeah.
We've seen the inside of his house. It's like, God, I can't now remember if it was this show or not, where they had the commentary that not all nobles are the same.
Yeah, that was last episode. Yeah.
Okay, because I'm also thinking back to like Overlord. If you remember the girl who was like an adventurer to make money because her parents, despite being nobles, have no money, and they keep trying to spend like they're still rich nobles to make everyone else believe. Yeah, like not all nobles are the same.
Up appearances.
Yeah, the same way his dad seems to be disheveled and everything. Yeah, he's not in a good place. I think perhaps that Reinhardt's status as noble is in name alone. So that just because you say, oh, he's a noble, look at this guy, can't pay his bills, they might be on the same par. They both had to join the military as soon as Dad was out of the picture.
It's also interesting to compare. Reinhard clearly has a problem with his system and is interested in doing something different or becoming someone more powerful within it. Yang doesn't care. Yang is along for the ride.
We might be on a longer story with Yang, where Yang has to learn to care because now he has stake because he has this fucking kid.
Yeah, that's like the text of this this episode, right? What are you looking forward to in the future, Yang? And Yang is just like, I don't know. You seem nice. That's it.
Well, I mean, it seems like Reinhard is motivated by his sister, whereas Yang is going to be motivated by Jessica and this kid.
Right. So we at least have like established personal stakes on both sides. And now the next time that they come into conflict, we can start going, it's like, yes, this is why they're here. This is why they can't back down. They're going to do it. And I think I'm enjoying what I'm seeing. This is, so far, nice, pleasant drama.
Yeah, I can't wait to get into a hard debate about philosophy when I see a bunch of cops getting beaten up.
Thomas Locke once said, man must live underneath the Leviathan, and I say he's an idiot. We're going to get there eventually, I'm sure. But for right now, that's where we're going to go ahead and wrap up for the day. This has been Stoneface Reactions, everybody. I'm Griffin. That's Theta. We'll catch you next time. See you around. Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stoneface Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what you thought about this video and what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?